What I want to talk about in the beginning that I don't think a lot of people talk about is this. Can you tell me the difference between a real estate agent, a mortgage lender, and if you can throw in there the underwriting and what that actually entails?
That's actually a terrific question, and no one has ever asked that before. So, a real estate agent either lists homes to be sold or they work with buyers to help them buy the house of their dreams or their wishes. So, they deal strictly in the collateral or real estate. I work in financing for them to get that house, their dream house. Or if they already own a house, I help them refinance either to get a lower rate, get cash out, et cetera, et cetera. But that's what I do. I deal in financing. So the underwriter, that person actually reviews the file manually and goes over what the lender that they're working for's risk and make sure that that borrower meets those guidelines and make sure that everything is done correctly and reviewed and make sure that the terms these days is the ability to repay the loan. That's a big difference between 2008 crash and now. And we could, that's a whole different subject, but they're the ones who manually review things for their company and for their investors like Fannie, Freddie, FHA, VA.
So I thought that that was so important because even within the home buying process, a lot of times when you start out, you're like, okay, well, I want to buy a home. What do I do? Well, I look for a real estate agent. Okay, cool. You look for a real estate agent. Then you're like, wait, there's more to this. Now you're passing me to a mortgage broker or a mortgage lender. Okay, all right. So they give the actual loan. And then at the end of everything, which a lot of people don't know, is that underwriting. So they're looking at everything, they're crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and that's the person that if something goes wrong, they're going to reject your loan and possibly you're not going to get approved for that loan.
And they're wondering, why did the real estate agent pass me off to a lender? More often than not, people go out and look for a house, fall in love with the house, and then they find out if they have the financing for it. Can they afford it? Are they going to end up to be house poor? So working with a lender first and finding out what you're pre-approved for is paramount. And a good real estate agent will always refer their clients, if they're the buying agent, to a lender to make sure that when they go out and look, they're looking at the right price.